Let's talk about the T5 Streets final boss. Essentially, this is him. He's going to have an animation. We did one run on him before this, so he's already in his transformation. But when he does, what you want to do is drag him to the middle of the room here, or the space. And there's going to be 4 quadrants that pop up. This is one of his skills, is Boulder Toss. You want your DPS and healer over by the fire there, and you'll see why in a second. He's going to blow his horn. That's going to give you the precursor to these squares that are dropping. So you want to just basically play hopscotch around the squares, stay in the middle. He's going to put you in this cocoon. You'll need to use your poison pot to get out of there. Smash, he's going to do, it's an AoE, mainly frontal. And then that fire pot as well, he's going to be throwing. So as a tank, basically just keep moving and play hopscotch around these things. Stay healed as best you can. Rotate through your blues. What I have here is the strongest on the furthest right. Then I have a mid-range protection. Then I have another strong protection. And then a low range. And then that wrath at the end is a healer. Healing, and it'll fill up my orange bar. So I cycle through those as best I can. And you'll see here I got a poison pot again. So I come in here with about 20 to 40 poison pots, just in case. And there you saw my hurricane. I'm cycling through that. So that's going to give me 100% evasion. And it's just good to know if you're going to do T5, you should have, as a bear tank at least, somewhere in the range of 180 with all your buffs and everything. 180 physical mitt, and then I'm sitting at 165, 170 for tactical. Trying to get those numbers up a little bit higher, and then I focus on evade. I'm pointing out there that the Prime UI I have set up. I like having the countdown timer so that I can see when I need to hit my next button. And what you'll see is I use the timer, and then I'll wait a little bit, look at my health, and then I'll hit the next blue cycle to go through. And I'll just basically do thrash and taunt most of the fight. That way my healer doesn't catch the aggression, and the DPS doesn't as well. And basically this fight is all about moving, playing hopscotch, and doing what you can to stay out of those red squares. If you don't have the red squares enabled, just go into your options, and you can type in effect into the search bar, and I believe it will pop up. It will say like persistent effects or something along those lines, and you'll be able to get that. If you'll see the induction bars, this boss primarily has gray induction bars. I haven't seen any yellow yet from tier 1 to 5. Remember, gray bars are non-interruptible and yellow are interruptible. You'll also see when you're looking at my skill bar here, I have 1 through 5, and then above that the control 1 through 5, and 2 slots above that you'll see I have a yellow button that looks like a guy yelling and a bear paw. I have those set to my F1 and F2 button. That way if I do have to take a corruption off, which is the yellow button there, I can just hit F1, and my S2 there is bounded to my F2, but that will do the interrupt. So take a look at your skills and see which ones interrupt, which ones take off corruptions, because those are more important, I think, than just trying to do straight damage. Is trying to get these buffs off, trying to interrupt, especially if you're in some of the other instances. Interruptions are very important. Dragon in the Storm, interruption always on the Thunderous Roar. You can pretty much skip the wind when that boss does. But with this guy, we just keep jumping around, fighting him. And you'll see that my DPS and my healer never moved the whole fight. They just stayed in that corner. The DPS did end up getting defeated. You'll see. I think what's happening is when the boss pulls, because you'll see that I was kind of flying across the screen. When he pulls, he was pulling them straight into some of the red squares here. And even though we defeated the boss, the red squares will keep going because they're on a timer. So whenever he blows the horn, you got about 30 seconds straight of these. He's gonna... And so I'm thinking that our DPS didn't have these red squares on, so he doesn't actually see... Like, he might see the arrows coming down, but he doesn't see the actual squares and know to get out. So that's something you got to pay attention to. Well, thanks for watching. Give me your tips in the comments. Hit like, subscribe. Thanks for all your support, everybody. And that's the video. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.